Yes,
Okay.
it's Iron Man. You got it right.
Yeah.
Just
Not a comic book person, but I can tell.
yeah. I mean, you know.
Wow, Vince, this is really good.
Thank you. I mean, it's stuff that I kind of do for a living in a way.
Oh wow.
You know, so it's just anytime I get a chance to see something where I could draw something, I think it's like something
That's so
I like to
cool.
promote. You know, it's like do as much drawing just as much as people should do reading, and it's always important. It's good for the soul, you know.
Yeah, it is.
And it's also just good to provoke some good imagination despite all the stuff that's going on in the world currently.
I agree. I'm glad you came to draw with us today.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, I had a long day, and I just figured as soon as I saw this, I was like, you know what? Let me do something for the kids, you know? just a little something, you know, to kind of show, you know, anyone could come up with something, and you never know how it could affect anyone, you know?
True. We've got an artist in residence, Leslie.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, here we go. What did you stencil that you guys were always
Ooh. I've kind of been doing that for the most part for like maybe since I was 4, maybe since I was 5. But I really started perfecting my craft. I mean, I kept going at it, but it wasn't until like as soon as I got into college at LaGuardia that I've refined my craft and been able to draw a lot faster than I usually. I mean, I've always been fast and nimble, but in recent years I've just been a slave to my work, basically.
Do you think you can teach people to draw? Or is that a skill that you have to develop?
I'd say it's both.
Okay.
Because it's just a matter of how much experience, you know, one has and understanding like how they apply it, I guess, like how they learn. And then how that translates into how they could teach from the similar experiences that they've had to others in a very way. Like, I mean, I could teach like the basics and stuff like that, like basic forms and whatnot, and then kind of teach people how to like make rules just so they could break them later on, because you know, everyone has different art styles and everyone has different interpretations of how they, you know, interpret the world. So for me personally, I mean, I've gotten people who've told me,
You're an illustrator.
yeah, you know, first and foremost, and then
Painting is secondary. thing.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I could show you a picture of this current final that I'm working on for one of my painting classes, and it's a bit of a doozy, but I mean, the amount of time I've had, you know, basically taking advantage of and working on it, it looks pretty fine for me, I guess I could say, even though like usually that's hard for me to say that for myself, because usually every time I draw something, I'm always like, could be better, you know, but I mean, it's good though, you know, it just shows persistence, and persistence is key. And I tell people, you don't have to, some people think you're born with it, maybe that's one aspect, but I also say it also takes a lot of time and skill to really get good. And I mean, anybody can be.
It takes a lot of practice.
Yeah, it takes a lot of practice and a lot of just understanding. You know, it's really just understanding how you just manipulate lines and how you kind of take something